We are live. So we can do that. Okay, hold on. You on YouTube.
Just going to click on the link and see what comes up when I go into YouTube. Yeah, here we are. Wow. Yeah, I can see us here.
Yeah. There you go. We're live. 2 are watching now. That's you and me, so we can see. Oh, Johnny! Hi, Johnny!
Johnny's in.
Woohoo!
Awesome. So yes, it's
Hi,
official.
Johnny! We can see you. Mike and I are playing around right now, having fun with us. We will start in a few minutes. You know, we have ADHD, so
yes.
we're waiting a little bit more. Play on. Yes, Johnny, play. Yay.
Wow. Can you hear the music as well?
Yeah, Johnny, can you hear the music too? Because I will turn that off.
Just confirming if you can see it.
He
you can. Okay, cool.
Yes. And awesome. I will turn that off just because we're already live streaming and I might forget that it's in the background.
The hyper focus, so we just like
I know hyper focus
around
us
is gone.
How are you doing today, Johnny? I'm glad you can join us. And where are you joining us? It is so good today. How are you, Mike? How's Spain?
Spain is sunny, actually. The weather's pretty good here. Yeah, definitely can't complain. It was a bit cold this morning. I went for a walk early before 6. A morning stroll in the morning, but yeah, it starts picking up the weather. It's about 17 at the moment.
Good.
So yeah, it's picking up the weather, and we're going into spring. Yeah, I think it's actually spring officially today. I think it is. Is it spring officially already? Yeah, I think it is officially spring. Yeah, we're going to change the clocks in a couple of days. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, thanks for telling Johnny that there's a 20-second delay. Facebook is, YouTube is trying to delay us just in case we say something inappropriate.
Okay. Yes.
You're in UK and you're good. Awesome.
Oh, we got Simona. Awesome.
Yes. Nice to see you here. And we will be starting in about 1 more minute here. And I'll give the floor to Mike first.
Okay. Yes.
Whenever you're ready to start, we will start. And I'm sure people are going to be coming in.
Oh, I'm really excited for this exercise because, yeah, I definitely need it. Like I was saying before, this phone addiction I have, whew. Yeah, it's pretty strong. And it's because I have all of the most used, that, the apps that I use the most are on my phone. So like school, everything is on my phone. So everything I do to engage with anyone is on my phone. And that's going to have to change after today, I think. With your tips, it's going to help me to manage that. Yeah.
Yeah, and as I'm so glad and thankful that you allowed me to do this live on camera.
Yeah.
So
yes.
And we can all do it together. So I hope everyone brought their phones with them, because we will do a show and tell. We will actually do what I'm teaching with Mike at the same time, so that you don't have to listen to the whole workshop and then at the very end remember, what was I supposed to do now, or forget about it. Our ADHD brain are quirky sometimes.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
So you have your phone ready. Awesome. Okay. Well, we can
Okay, I
get
think, yeah.
started,
Yeah, let's get
Mike.
ready to go. The first workshop. So, for anyone who does not know, and that will be a shock to me, but we have here Catherine Lizardo, who is a TEDx speaker of over 100,000 views on YouTube right now, and is the founder of ADHD Life Simplified. She's an ADHD mompreneur. She's a seasoned lawyer and she is diagnosed with ADHD over 20 years. And what she's been doing in that time is been researching everything around ADHD and the traits, and has got a lot of research, a lot of expertise around how to manage the traits. And of course, she has transformed her life based on this. And she was very overwhelmed as a lawyer at the time, of course, trying to juggle being a lawyer and a mom. And now she's now empowered to be an entrepreneur and embrace her simplifying of her ADHD, which she's doing amazingly, by the way. And she has also been featured on multiple podcasts, that's locally and internationally as well. And she's sharing, of course, her mission to help anyone that has ADHD, especially moms like herself. That is her avatar, if you want to call it. And and she has a passion for, just embracing her neurodiversity and, sharing that with anyone else who may have some shame around it, right? And a stigma or judgment around it. And after leaving her six-figure law firm career, like I said, she was a lawyer, she left that to pursue entrepreneurship. And she's now built a business and a community that supports ADHD moms to thrive with their ADHD. And she's doing a great job of that. And Catherine is on a global mission to change the narrative around mental health. Just like myself, I love this mission, and she has a lot of compassion around this. And she has started with the mums, of course, like herself, and is hoping someday to do speaking at a um, United Nations. She would like to do that for the United Nations, obviously to be able to spread awareness that way. Now, in this workshop specifically, she is going to show us how she broke free from her phone addiction and is reclaiming her time. And I cannot wait to do the same. And now she teaches other ADHD mums to do the same. And she's using her signature formula, which is eliminate, execute, and simplify. So I'm very, very excited, and I just cannot be more just proud of Catherine right now, who's going to be doing this workshop for us today. And please stick to the end because we've got a generous surprise for you, for anyone who is watching, in regards to just the collaboration that me and Catherine will have for you as a gift at the end of this workshop. So on to you, Catherine, and work your magic.
Oh, thank you so much, Mike. You're so sweet. And as we mentioned earlier, when we were waiting for people to come in, I am so grateful that you allowed me to do this live with you because we're going to try to fix a part of your phone, some parts
Yeah.
of your phone, because with the limited time that we have, we can't do all of them. But
Yeah.
hopefully, these simple tweaks that we can do on our phone together will help us be productive, and make sure everyone grab your phones if you haven't gotten them yet, because we will definitely be doing it at the same time. So we'll be doing show and tell. So,
Excellent.
and
Excellent.
also, for the people watching, whether you're watching live or replay, I just want you to know I see you and I appreciate you. I know how hard it is, right, to attend workshops like this, try to improve ourselves, and then have a business and have a life, then have ADHD at the same time. So I will make sure that your time is worth it. Also, so many people are struggling with ADHD right now, which leads me to believe that this is a very important topic. So I will make the best effort to make sure this is worth your while. And like what Mike said, stick around in the end. We collaborated to have a special gift for you so that you can continue your productivity, and also just getting rid of that phone addiction the way I did, even after just workshops. So you're not alone. And just a little bit background about myself, as what Mike said, I used to believe that when I just have to check my phone for just a second, I remember telling myself, oh, I'm just going to pick up my phone. It'll be just real quickly. And then it ends up being several hours, right? Have any of you felt that way? Have you felt that way, Mike?
Yeah, hell yeah. Every day.
Every day, right? My
Every morning.
phone,
Yeah,
yeah, my phone used to be like my third arm. It
yeah,
has to be within reach, right? Like I have to be able to reach it. If I don't have it, then I feel like not myself, right? Yeah, Jenny is saying, "Yep, that's how I feel right there." Yep, I know. Don't you panic, and let me just take a drink here real quickly.
yeah, yeah,
Don't you panic when you leave your
yeah,
phone at home and you're driving, right? That's how that
yeah,
feels.
yeah,
And I feel like because of the dopamine that we get from using our phones, it's much harder for ADHD people to put down our phone. I just want to start off with that, so that we all understand that it's not our fault. It's not something wrong with us. It's just that our ADHD brains are wired for that dopamine hit that we get. I feel like I'm in a dopamine bubble bath when I'm using my phone, right? You're just like, I'm in heaven. I don't want to put my phone down. Yes, I have to put it down, but I can't. That's
yeah,
us, right? And there's no shame in that. There's no judgment in that. It's just the way our brain is wired. But the sad thing about me, and this is my experience, I don't know if you've had this experience, is, I'd be home doing the same thing, like, oh, let me just check my email real quickly. Let me just check school real quickly. And then my kids noticed before I did that I was always on my phone. The moment I heard, my kids saying, Mom, put the phone
yeah,
down,
yeah. It's
that
my all
hurt.
the time. Yeah.
Hurts, right? You're just like,
Yeah,
oh, my dopamine. Come on, I need to like cut the cord.
yeah,
I say that to my kids, cut the cord
yeah,
for our dopamine hit. And so that's why I knew something had to change when I heard that. And the good thing is, I've been in therapy for once a week over 20 years. I mentioned that in my TEDx talk. So that's huge. Yesterday I was in a podcast and we calculated it to be like 62,000 hours of therapy that I've done. So that's a lot. So I leaned, yeah, I know your eyes are big. I leaned
yes.
in, yeah, 62 hours, 62,000 hours of therapy so far and still going.
Yeah,
So I leaned into all that therapy and learning so that I can, um, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
wow, it's a lot because I was really invested and I wanted to learn about myself and I wanted to make my ADHD manageable and be thriving. So that's why the framework I'm going to show you now with my 3-step action formula using my phone, that all came from all the self awareness I had with my ADHD. So let me go ahead and start with that and I'll show you. And what I'll do is I'll show you here on my phone. So we're going to do a show and tell here. And I will go right here. So if you can pick up your phone and I will do this so that I'll connect my phone here with us. Do, 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 do. And today, with the time allowed, I just want you to know that we will be talking about the eliminate, which is the red part right there. The reason is because the 3 action formula that I have, that's eliminate, execute, and simplify. When I'm trying to do something, even when it's not about the phone, I always think, okay, I need to be productive. I need to eliminate, execute, and simplify. And I'm not creative with the naming, so it's a 3-step action formula, but it's very easy to remember, right? So, eliminate is what we're going to talk about first here in our presentation. So, right here is my phone.
Oh, look
so
at the
that I
family.
can there you
Love it.
go. So I can show you how we're going to be doing this together. Okay. And yeah, that's my family. That's
Yeah.
my husband, my two kids. I have a 5-year-old and a 14-year-old now. And yes, I am a proud boy mom. Hashtag boy mom. So
Amazing.
I wanted to show you how my phone is set up first, okay? So that,
Mm,
and then I'll explain why I set it up that way. So this is my home screen. So, it's blurry. And then this is my home screen, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and then my app library where all of that,
okay.
right? So the other day my 14-year-old son was looking at my phone and go, "Mom, what happened to your apps? They're all gone." Cuz he couldn't see it on the home screen, and then when he's like swiping, they're still not there. They're still not there, right? And I had to explain to him how it is how I set up my phone for productivity. So the first thing I wanted to tell you is your home screen, which is this screen that you're seeing right now. Consider that as the doorway of your phone. When you walk into the doorway of your home, the very first thing that you see distracts you, right? So when you open your phone and the first thing you see is your home screen, whatever you have on your home screen will distract you. Look at that red dot with the number
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
That's already distracting, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
who is calling blah blah blah. So one thing that we will do is this, real quickly to show you. When you swipe down, only because I did not do this also, it's good. When you see that focus right there,
Yeah.
and Mike, you can do this on your phone if you haven't yet.
Yeah.
There's
She got
now
it.
reduce interruption. So I'm going to do reduce interruption because I have to show you my phone, but I usually have do not disturb right there. So
Yeah.
if your phone is not, you can put do not disturb for yours, and all you have to do is press it and it turns on so that
Yeah.
you can be completely present in this workshop and not have any notification while you're on the workshop. So I have to use the reduce interruption because that would allow me to show you my other screen. But if you do the do not disturb, it will lock the other screens. Okay. So that's why
Yeah.
I'm using that. So that's the first thing that I would highly recommend before you start any of your work. Do the do not disturb. And in my execute part of this, I also talk about how to do not disturb filters and all of that. But again, because of our limited time, I will be focusing on the eliminate part of this action step. So the first step is your home screen. Look at your home screen right now. What are the tempting apps that you have there? Do you have any tempting apps on your home screen? Just type Y or yes or anything on the chat if you do. And Mike, do you have tempting apps on your home screen?
Funny enough, I actually have an app called Endel that blocks my apps for me.
Ah, there
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah. But I
And
do have a calendar at the beginning. Yeah. I do
there
have
you
calendar
go.
similar to you. Yeah.
And Endo is great. Another
Yeah.
app that you can that I've heard is good is Opal to block your apps. So you can
Awesome.
do that too. I haven't tried it myself, but those are two. So for those who are higher in the ADHD distraction spectrum, I highly recommend getting those apps so that the apps will help you block apps that would distract you. So Opal and Endo,
Yeah.
um, those are really helpful. Now, if you have tempting apps on your home screen, I want us to leverage the out of sight, out of mind of ADHD brains.
Yeah.
That tends to be our weakness,
Kryptonite.
people
Yeah.
think. Yeah, our kryptonite, right? Like
Yeah.
if you don't see it, oh, it does not exist in our brain.
Yeah.
So let's use that. Actually, you right. I always say play up your strength,
Yeah.
compensate for your weakness.
Yeah.
So and now what we're gonna do is we're going to play up our weakness of out of sight, out of mind, which
Yeah.
is we have to move our tempting apps out of sight. That's
Yeah.
why when you look at my phone, oops, when you look at my phone, the apps are not until like one, two, three, four, five screen right there, right? And there's a reason why my apps are at the bottom right there. You know, there's a reason why certain widgets are in a particular screen. And those, I explain a lot in the execute, but I wanted to just show you how you can set up your phone differently as well. But in terms of eliminate, let's eliminate my Amazon here. I only put it here just for demonstration purposes today. So if you want to know how to
Yeah.
remove those tempting apps, if you have social media here, this is how you remove your apps. You have two options actually. One is to delete the app, or two is to remove it from your home screen. And deleting app is useful if it's an app that you downloaded years ago and you forgot, but it's still on your home screen. So if you're not using it at all, just go ahead and delete it. Amazon, though, I use this all the time, but it's very distracting for me. I always want to know what the deal is, what's a good deal, so I don't want it on my home screen. So what you do is, so we're doing this Amazon right here, is you press and hold on that, and then it starts wiggling. I love that wiggling thing. And then when you click on this button right here, the negative sign, it will show you remove from home screen, delete app, or cancel. Again, delete app is permanently deleting it from your phone. But if you remove it from your home screen, so I'm going to press remove home screen, it's automatically not there anymore, right? But it's still on your phone, so you can still look for it when you need it. And then just click done right there. Click done. Ooh, I think we lost Mike, so he'll be back soon. So when you click done, then it's not there yet. So again, if you have any social media app or shopping or any messaging app on your home screen, please go ahead and start removing them. I'll give you like a minute, 60 seconds to start doing that. And let me know how it is for you. Um, if you're having a hard time removing any of those tempting apps, let me know. So go ahead and remove them from your screen, and I'll tell you a very effective way to execute with all of your apps not in your face. So remember, um, we are focusing on the eliminate phase, and we need to do other things to help us as well. So let me know if you know or have gotten already how to eliminate tempting apps, and let me know in the chat if tempting apps on your screen, home screen, has been a problem for you. And
It's funny because my one is school, and it's on the first page. That was the distractive app for me. Funny enough, it's like, yeah, I
which
could be
one?
more productive on school. I could be more productive on my school app, right? But
Yes,
then it still was a distraction technically because
yes.
I was using it. Just I was very impulsive with using the app and going in and out of it, right? When I didn't need to be in there. So yeah, just allocating time for it was a big shift I need to have. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Johnny, that's a good question too. You said that it's hard to do, right? It is. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I felt like okay, I am removing them. I'm like saying goodbye to my social media on my home screen.
Yeah.
And you mentioned you don't know where to put them or where they go. When you remove an app, it's still in your phone, and I will show you how to quickly find them. That will be step three, but just trust the process and be comfortable with the uncomfortable. I always say that this is going to be uncomfortable what we're doing. All right. It seems simple. Don't you hear that a lot, Mike, with ADHD?
Yeah.
Well, it seems simple, but it's not. So it's not for our ADHD brain. So let me correct connect to this. Doot, 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 doot. So let me see here. Doot, connecting my phone back here. and there's a delay going on. Hold on.
Okay.
Oop, cancel. There you go. And see, it is always part, tech issues are always part.
Yeah.
Um,
Yes.
yes, right? And it's fine. Hey
It is
guys,
absolutely
this is
fine.
like, yeah, you're getting a real time, like,
Uh,
hey, things don't work perfectly.
yeah.
And so, yeah, and you can
Yeah.
just do that. So, no worries at
Yeah.
all. You know, failing is part of the process that we have to be
Definitely.
comfortable in being
Absolutely.
uncomfortable. And this is failing and learning and iterating.
Yeah. Yes.
So
Yes.
now the second thing that we're going to do is ask productivity questions. Um,
Mm,
this is, asking the right questions are very helpful to learn. When I was in therapy, again, I've been in therapy for over 62,000 hours. And
yeah.
so the right question that I found was, does this app help me? Does this app help me get the right thing done? Right? So again, I'll repeat that question. Does this app help me get the right thing done? Because to be productive, you have to be doing the right thing. So if they are not helping you to get the right thing done, then go ahead and delete or remove those apps again from your home screen. So pick one app that you're seeing on your home screen or even anywhere else, like your social media, right? Like, does it, like, let's say, for example, like, these are my social media. So they're in a folder right here. Does Instagram help me right now to get the right thing done? Is YouTube your kryptonite? So ask yourself, does YouTube really help me get the right thing done? If it's not, as you can see, I put them all in a folder here. And so that, and I put them far away. As you see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screen. So it's all there. And like you said, Ansu, make a folder and move everything you want into it and then move the folder. And that's exactly what this is that I'm showing you, right? Move everything in one folder, and if it doesn't answer that question, that it's a yes. So each app that you have, if you have a lot, see this, a lot of social media app right there, each one of them, this make me get the right thing done. If it doesn't, then move it away. But this is more of a self knowledge, self awareness exercise that we can all do. And most people waste money or time on productivity courses because they don't know how to implement what they learned. And that's why here we're doing it together. So pick one app and ask yourself, does this app help me get the right thing done? If it does, leave it there on your home screen. If it doesn't, then remove the app, like how I showed you earlier, or move it far from your home screen. So this is my home screen, move it far. For example, if my Audible is right here, what I do is you just press and hold or edit home screen so that they all wiggle, and you hold that and just drag it wherever you want it to be. Now, and then let's say I want it there, and then press done right there. And so now it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll take 4 swipes for me to get there. And the goal is, with the increased friction, hopefully by the time you get to the fourth, you're gonna say, you know what, I should really stop doing this. Or even by the when you pick up your phone and turn it on, you go, oh, you know what, I really should stop doing this, so that it creates that friction and that pause in our brain, ADHD brain, that we don't have. That's how our impulsivity is. We just keep on going. So I'm like, oh, I wanna look up my Audible or my YouTube. I pick up my phone and look at my home screen, and then Oh, it's not there. That's one pause. Oh, it's not there. Another pause in your brain. Wait, well, maybe I shouldn't do this because I'm supposed to be writing my research paper now, or I'm supposed to be going to bed right now. Fine. All right. So before, and then I put my phone down just before you even hit that that fourth one. Now, if you need to move it to the sixth one because it's really the most tempting one, do that. But what I'm trying to share is how to create those pauses in our brain, in our ADHD brain, and help our impulsivity to like break, have that break. As one of the ADHD expert, Dr. Edward Howell, has said, our ADHD brain is like a Ferrari, but we have bicycle brakes.
Yeah.
So we will try our bicycle brakes with our home screen, even with our phone. We think of it that way. So, and the last, the third step that I wanted to show you, and this addresses what Johnny said right here, that he doesn't know where to put them or where they go. This is, I think, a very game changer for me, which is that once I started removing my apps, or deleting them or moving them far from the home screen. So now you're like, okay, so how do I access them if I remove them from my apps? Now, when I need apps, I don't swipe.
Mhm.
Instead, I search. Search, not swipe. So if I want my Amazon, I type Amazon right there and it's there. So, and then I press Amazon. If I'm looking for school, oh, I got to go get on school, I type school and then press on that. If I need YouTube, YouTube, so you get the point. The point of that is, instead of swiping and still like accidentally seeing Audible or accidentally seeing my social media, um, let's say, let me give a concrete example. Let's say, okay, you know what, I need to go on school right now so I can post on my community about this very important event about how to fix the phone addiction, right? Okay, I pick up my phone. This is what happened, and you have to be a detective for yourself. This is why I talk about uh, friction, being a detective. When you try to find what's stopping you from being productive, try to be a detective. So what I do is I pick up my phone and I'm okay, school is what I need to get on my phone. But what happens is you open your home screen and then you're like, oh, where's school? Where's school? Where's school? Oh, there's school. But wait, oh, there's my social media. Wait, let me go check on my YouTube real quickly. And then I didn't get to school. So what I do is, right?
That's so
Have
true.
you done that?
Yeah, you exposed me big time there. Because I'm just like, why did I go there? Oh yeah, that's why. Yeah, because I was exposed to it, right?
Exactly, right? Because we're swiping, because we're like, oh, let me go to school. I passed it. I saw it, but now I'm seeing social media, right? So you can't even go back that, right? That used to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
me.
yeah,
So what I do now is I pick up my phone, I turn it on so I see my home screen, go straight to search, go school, boom, and then press school, done.
yeah,
I'm not going anywhere. I just didn't
mm,
get distracted. I just
yeah,
eliminated all that possibility of me. So
yeah,
remember, this is again a game changer. If there's one thing to remember in this fixing your phone addiction, is search, not swipe.
yeah,
Search, not swipe. Once you eliminated all of those tempting apps on your home screen, search, not swipe.
yeah,
And there's a reason why I have my maps and clock right here too. One of the things I share in my productivity course in my elite ADHD mompreneur, because I have two communities, as you know, Mike. I have the elite and I have the thriving. So in my elite ADHD mompreneurs, where people really want to be focused on implementation, more on, instead of just the information, I teach about the point of performance, POP.
Mhm.
I didn't coin that. It was actually by a very well known ADHD expert as well. His name is Dr. Russell Barkley. And point of performance is basically mean that where you're doing the action, that's how you're supposed um, to facilitate, what you're going to do with your ADHD. And what I mean is, where you we do our a lot of our action is here on our home screen. So this is part of my point of performance. So I have my Google Calendar right here, and this is just a glimpse of the execution mode that I talk about in my Elite ADHD Mompreneur community. So I have my Google Calendar here, and then the reason I have my clock is, oops, glitch there again. The reason I have my clock on my home screen is because when I look at an appointment, I also put on my alarm at the same time, right?
Mhm.
So if I have an appointment, like let's say we have a call, Mike, at like 10 a.m., then I'm going to put on my clock an alarm, not for 10 a.m., but for, excuse me, let me just drink here real quickly before I lose my voice. Thank you. I will put an alarm for 9:50, so
Mhm.
that I could be ready for whatever we need to do. And then also, if I have an appointment right here, I see it right away on my Google Calendar because it's on my home screen. So I talk about widgets, the important widgets that I have on my phone that I showed you earlier. That's part of the execute mode. So I can see my calendar right away because you want that in your face. You want calendar to be in your face, because we're time blind again. And let's say my appointment, instead of a workshop, I'm supposed to meet my friend Mike at the coffee shop. I also have the map right here because the moment I turn on my phone, let's say my phone is off, I turn on my phone, I'm now on my home screen. Oh, I have a coffee meetup with Mike at 10. Okay, and let's say this is 9:30. Okay, I need to drive there. I press my map, I enter the location, and then I drive. Why do I need the map even though I've been at that coffee shop 100 times? Because how many times have I driven to a place and then I pass my exit, I pass the turn because my mind starts wandering as I'm driving, and then I'm late for the meeting. That has happened so many times to me. Like I can't even, say. I don't know if that has happened to you, Mike, but I would always pass my turn
Yeah,
because I've been thinking about the meeting or something else, right? Has that happened
yeah,
to you, Mike?
definitely happened to me. And one thing you've just shared here that is valuable for me is of what having the app on there is that I don't anticipate how long it takes me to get somewhere. So say I've got the calendar there, it tells me my appointment's at 10. I'm anticipating, oh, it'll take me about 30 minutes. I'm just estimating. But what you've got here helps me to just be more intentional about checking how long it's actually going to take me and what time I should set my alarm to actually leave the home. So what you've just shared here is actually very good for me because I don't have a setup like this, and I'm going to start using this setup because for me, yeah, I just don't estimate the time properly. I really see it as like I've got plenty of time on my hands. There's no worries, but I don't have an alarm, and then I don't check how long it takes me to get somewhere. So that's really good what you got there, just for that
Yeah,
alone. Yeah,
exactly.
that's really good.
This is like my point of performance right here.
Yeah,
My pop. I call it my pop tool, point of
yeah,
performance, right? This is my pop
amazing.
tool. It's so simple, but it helps me. And by having this Google Calendar widget right here, I see what I need to do right away. And also, I have my Google Calendar right here, one of the four tempting apps, because as you move around, it's still there. So,
Yeah,
because we're time blind, we need our calendar and we need our clock right there in our face all the time, right?
yeah,
That's why a lot of people with ADHD, they use planners all the time, but it
yeah,
doesn't work if it's not in their face all the time, meaning they don't want, if you're talking about a planner that's hard copy, you have to have it with you all the time. I wish my small notebook is here, because I have a small yellow notebook that I carry with me, and I put it in my purse all the time. I don't put it inside my purse. I actually have a bag that yellow bright notebook is outside of my purse on the side of my bag. So I look down at my purse, I see it right away. So
Yeah.
things that you need, they have to be in your sight, right? Because we talked about earlier how out of sight, out of mind is a kryptonite for ADHDer, but you can use that as a strength and also be intentional and knowledgeable and self-aware that that is also a weakness. So I appreciate you sharing that, Mike, because that is true. I usually am late for meetings before because I didn't know how long it was going to take. I'm going to say, oh, it's just going to take a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's where the map helped too, because I put the address and it tells me it'll take you 10 minutes to get there, and then go, okay, I gotta go now, instead
Yeah.
of like thinking, oh, one more thing. So the
Yeah.
map tells me where to go to make sure I don't miss my exit, and also tells me how long it'll take me. It's like that another in your face, oh, 10 minutes. Even
Yeah.
though you've driven there 10 minutes before, right? You've
Yeah.
driven there. So
And it's funny what you're saying as well, because my mum, she is the opposite of me when it comes to timekeeping. She wants to be somewhere far too early. She says to me, "Oh, there might be traffic. It took you 10 minutes before, but what if it takes an hour because of traffic? You could check the app and you could see that it might take an hour this time, because it had told you, oh, there was an accident.
yes,
So like, it's really important to be cautious of the worst case scenario instead of just being on the edge. Oh, it's going to take me 10 minutes. I'll leave 10 minutes before. Like, it's kind
yes,
of quite easy for us to do that and not anticipate things might go wrong, and
yes,
then we're going to panic and we're going to have this bad experience and self-sabotage, and yeah, you know the rest, right? But yeah, it's
yes, yes.
anticipation, very important.
Exactly, exactly. The anticipation and the traffic.
Mm.
I lived
Yeah,
in California before. I'm in Texas now. I live in California, and traffic there was horrible. And there's
yeah,
always an accident on the
yeah,
freeway. And so you always need to know how your 1 hour drive could turn out to be 2 hours. It's that
yeah,
horrible.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
So, and Ansu, thank you so much for this. He said, I love how calm my home screen is now. Did not expect that. Oh, thank
It's
you.
true. Yeah,
That's like a real win right here live. I
yeah,
felt so
yeah.
great. Yay!
Yes,
Thank you, Ansu. That
I
means
love
so
this.
much. That's why this is a show and tell, very implementation focused, right? That's why I love doing eliminate, execute, and simplify, because I eliminate, the distractions. So we eliminated the distracting apps on just one screen, just the home screen. And
Mm,
then once we eliminate that, we execute. We execute with the point of performance. Like, this can be a game changer for someone who is always late for meeting, or can't figure out, okay, how much time will it take me, and we're always late. I don't want people with ADHD to think like, oh, I'm always late, I can't do this, I'm a failure. You're not. It's just how our brain is wired, that we can't feel the passage of time,
mm,
and we can't anticipate how much time things would be. And if I can share with you, I know this is not part of the how to fix the phone addiction, but I think this is very important. And I want to take this opportunity because you shared this example, personal example, Mike. When, if ever you're late again at a meeting, at an appointment, instead of saying sorry, because ADHDers say sorry so many times a day. I don't know how many times I used to say sorry. Now I say, thank you for being patient with me.
damn.
Thank,
Yeah.
thank you for your patience. Because really, I don't want it to be about me being late. I want to tell the person and be appreciative of the person and say, you were patiently waiting here. Yeah, you were probably saying bad stuff in your head, like, oh my God, Catherine's late again. Is she coming? Is she, well, but at the end of the day, they waited for you and they're there. And to calm that tension of you being late is to sincerely, and you have to be sincere with this, sincerely say, thank you for being patient with me. I really appreciate that. So now you're not saying sorry and feeling like you failed again because you're 5, 10 minutes late, but now you're appreciating and know, because we're hard on ourselves, right? We're the hardest on
Yeah.
ourselves.
Yeah.
So
Super hard. Yeah.
yeah. So I know that that's tangential with the fixing the phone, but I thought I just mentioned that.
No, it's yeah, it's all aligned in my opinion. Yeah, so thanks for sharing.
You're
It's good
welcome.
to hear.
So these are the three steps that I mentioned, with my phone: eliminate,
Mm.
execute, and simplify. I have more that I teach in my elite ADHD mompreneurs community, which is more focused. I know some of you who are watching are in my thriving, and oh, Jai, sorry, I just had to point. Like, okay, my phone looks much better now. Yay! I love it. Thank you so much, Johnny, for that comment too, because it's so important that actual results happen. I'm very result driven. That's why I'm an execution machine. I don't know if I told you that,
Yes, yes,
Mike.
yes,
people have
absolutely.
people have
Your
told me you're
setup
an
is crazy. Yeah, your setup is impressive.
yes, because of that 62,000 hours of therapy. Now you know why
Uh,
I'm like an
yeah,
execution machine.
yes,
So yeah, so right now that's a glimpse of what I show and what I share with that. And I don't know if you want to share, Mike, about our surprise for them, especially for your community.
yes, yes. I would love to share it. So I am really, I'm just so proud of Catherine for what she's created. She's created an incredible experience of her expertise in one place. And everything in there just gives you everything you need to understand how to be more productive. This is just one example, right? But there's many, many examples of how we could be more productive in our whole entire life. So what I wanted to offer anyone who's watching is the opportunity to be able to be a part of her community at a very discounted price that she'd be doing for anyone who is on this live or anyone who sees this at $1 a day to be a part of her community, which actually shows her productivity course and everything that you would need to know to be able to help you with managing the overwhelm and the overthinking or whatever it may be that's stopping you from executing. She has everything you need for that because she is, like she said, an execution machine. She is not lying when she tells you that. Like she really is very good at what she does. She gets a lot done in a short space of time. She's very, very productive. I'm definitely inspired by everything she does, how she organizes her workspace, how she organizes in her entire life is incredible. Being a mum as well and managing her family life as well as managing her business, she does it so well. So for anyone who is, wanting to follow in her footsteps or be guided through her work, you have a chance to do this at $1 a day, which is in my opinion, is an amazing offer because yeah, she has a lot in there, a lot, and the support that you get as well with the calls in there as well from her. So I wanted to give that opportunity to anyone who obviously is in our community to be able to take advantage of that offer that she has right now, which is the founder member pricing.
Thank you, Mike. I really appreciated that. And yes, this is a collaboration between Mike and I to share this offer with all of you here live and anyone who watches this. Um, and you can scan. You already have your phone, you can just scan the QR code and join in. And also, that's how my school community looks like if you search it by school discovery. But it's so easy to just scan that QR code and get there. Again, I'm very implementation focused person. Our world right now is overwhelmed with information, and we need to know how to implement. One thing, though, about our ADHD brain as well is that we know what to do, but we can't do what we know. So, for even non ADHD people who are having a hard time with the massive amount of information and data we get every day, and they can't implement that, make that 10 times worse for us, right? And so I am trying to simplify things um, inside this elite ADHD mompreneurs community. And I know we have a lot of gentlemen here in our midst. You are more than welcome. You don't have to be a mom. I and so feel free to join because this is really implementation focused. And so if you want to get the right things done faster, as I say right there, this would be the community for you. So it's a group coaching as well, where you DM me and I coach you there. Or also we have phone calls that we do every week, 3 times a week, where we talk about eliminate on Monday, execute on Wednesday, and simplify on Fridays. So
Amazing, amazing.
thank you so much, guys. So we'll wrap this up. You've taken the first step now. So now it's time to finish and continue that. So just continue that with your other apps that you didn't get a chance to move out of your home screen. And if you finish your home screen, go tackle and attack the second screen. And then do the same to the third screen, right? But again, your home screen is your doorway. So clean up your doorway and you'll feel calm, like what Anzu and Johnny mentioned. And I appreciate you all. Thank you for joining us. Any
Thank you.
question? Final question, by the way, we didn't ask for questions real quickly. Um, Giving you 1 minute to ask questions. Mike, any last minute thoughts while they type their questions?
Yeah, I'm just going to share my takeaway again, which it's definitely the game changer of just being like out of sight, out of mind. Is definitely. I actually went to IKEA just to get clocks. So there's like 3 or 4 clocks in there was in the bag, and I have them all around the house now because I realized that that's where our time blindness is at fault, where we just don't really have awareness of what the time might be. You know, we just get lost in our hyper focus. So I like the fact that you have that first, the free apps that you have on that screen, on that first home screen. The map one is the game changer for me because it seems so subtle, but it is quite a massive game changer, especially for me at least. Just knowing that it's going to make me so intentional about checking time. Again,
Yes.
it's just checking how much time it will take. And then even being intentional about, okay, maybe let's give myself 10 minutes before and then actually setting an alarm. I don't set alarms. So I think just how you've explained it and how they all connect really helps me to be intentional now with how I use all three of them to just be more punctual, right, with my time. So I just wanted to just make sure that you knew that that really was that was a big part of the thing that I got from this workshop.
Oh,
So
thank
thank
you,
you.
Mike. I really appreciate that. Yeah, the little things matter a lot for our ADHD brain.
Yes, yes, yes.
So, yes, don't ever underestimate that. And I love
Yes.
how you keep using the word intentional, because this
Yeah,
is, yeah, the reason for this workshop is to be intentional now when we're using our phones. So that's
yeah,
why the search, not swipe, is also about being intentional.
yeah.
So, yeah, and
And
thank you,
yes.
Anzu, for that comment.
I
Oh,
actually have
he
a
has.
suggestion that I would like to. Azun is gonna. He's got a question. That's fantastic. Um,
Yeah,
I was gonna say
would
we could take
be
a screenshot of our
um
screens, I think we should take a
Oh,
screenshot of our,
ye-
of
yes,
our new workspace.
yes,
Yeah, I would
yes.
like to
That's
share it. Yeah,
yeah. Okay, tell us what you want us to do.
yeah, I love that.
You want
No,
us to
just
take a screenshot of
take a
our
screenshot and stick it in the post. I'll do a post about this workshop we did, and I'll just share it,
yeah,
yeah, in the comments, and for yourselves
yeah,
as well, guys. Encourage just to
yeah.
show
So
your
exactly. Take a
yeah,
screenshot of your home screen and post it here or post
yeah,
it in our communities, and
yeah,
then we'd love to know
yeah.
what you think and how that looked.
Yes.
Oh, Janet. Hold on, I'll go
I'll be
back
curious
to
about.
Anzu. Should have done a before and after.
Yes.
Next time we'll do that. That's a great idea, Johnny.
Yes. Yes.
We should have done it before and after. I'll remember that. I'll do a part
Yeah.
two of this workshop
Yes. Yes.
for
Exactly.
additional more. And Anzu asks, would be curious about which point of performance context you recommend to implement for the phone.
Wow.
Um, specifically, what do you mean by for your phone? Could you elaborate that question in terms of using your phone? What I do is I actually don't have my phone now within arm's reach. I put my phone where it's supposed to be when I need to get something done. What I mean is, for example, when I'm sleeping, my phone is not next to my bed because my point of performance for my phone is not next to my bed. People use it for alarms, right? You can buy an alarm clock to lessen that temptation. So I actually have my phone outside of the bedroom. My husband has his phone inside the bedroom just for emergencies. I'm a safety captain at heart, so I'm always like, I have to be thinking about safety and what to do in case of emergency. So if there's an emergency, he can grab his phone and call right away. But for me, because of the point of performance, very important for my phone, I put it outside. Here's a tip, a hack if you have kids. My son, when I have to wake him up for school, I take his phone and put it in the dining table where I want him to eat so
Oh,
that that's where he's going to end up. Because the first thing our kids look for is
yes.
their phone or their device, where
Yeah.
their iPads,
Yeah.
even how little they are. So
Yeah.
I take their device and put it where I want them to go.
Yeah.
That's the point of performance with using
Uh,
phones and devices.
wow. Yes.
You can do that for yourself too.
Yeah. I'm gonna try
So
and get that alarm, like you said. My phone's the alarm. No, I think that needs to go somewhere else. Yes.
yeah, yeah. And if you want your daughter to go somewhere, if she's also on her device, her iPad or whatever device she uses, you can go ahead and
Yeah, put it somewhere else. Yeah, she does have that
awesome.
problem. Yeah, she's very just like she'll jump straight into our bed. Like that's the first point for her. Like immediately.
Yeah. And Ansu has a final question. Was just wondering which widgets to look into. Um, I think finally have room for the vision board on my home screen. Amazing.
Yeah,
Vision board wins.
yeah,
Yes.
yes.
Vision board wins. And that's
Wow,
why I have a picture of my family because they're my vision board. So
wow,
we can,
wow. So
you
powerful.
know, yes. So, and widgets, look into definitely calendar is one of them. So, and
Mm,
some of the other widgets I showed on my screen, like Chat GPT, Google Drive, and all of that. Those are some of the widgets to look for and to add on your home screen. So I can't, I actually have a two-part series of a phone setup that I have in my Elite ADHD Mompreneur community because I specifically explain why I'm doing something, how I'm doing it, but most importantly, where I'm doing it.
amazing.
So thank you, everyone. And again, I hope to see you inside the community so we can continue this adventure of being intentional and implementation driven. Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you very much, everyone. And thank you, Catherine, once again for an amazing workshop. Thank you again.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, take care.